Hello everyone, welcome back to Dibya Classes. Today we're going to solve the output questions based on if and if else statements, which was given as your assignment number 1. So let us start. The first output question was, so this is a program to find the larger number between two numbers. So first you have to take the value of a as 5 and b as 7 and solve the program, and again you have to take the value of a as 7 and b as 5 and again solve the program. So there are 2 bits. So all the output programs which are given may have more than 1 bit to solve. Okay, so let us solve this. So you have value of a as 5 and b as 7. So in a we have taken 5 and b we have taken 7. So question number 1, a is 5 and b equal to 7. Then we are checking if 5 is greater than 7. Is 5 greater than 7? False. So if you remember, the syntax of if is if text expression, then this is statement block, or you can say compound statement, or you can say true block. This is the true block, and then curly brackets end. But here you can see that I have given no curly brackets. So the rule is, you have to remember this rule: if there is only one statement, where? In this statement block. If there is only one statement, these brackets are optional. Means if you don't give these curly brackets, then also the program will work as it is. So since here I have only one statement, that is the print statement, therefore I have not given any curly brackets. That is fine, you can do like that. But if there are more than one statement, then it is compulsory to give curly brackets. But I will advise that in board exam, always try to give curly brackets even if there is only one statement. And if there is more than one statement, it is compulsory to give curly brackets. Only if there is only one statement present inside if, you may or may not give curly brackets. So here this is false. False means this will not get executed. Next, again we are comparing b less than a. If you see closely, a greater than b, same thing. Great. Here we are checking if a is greater than b. Here checking if b is smaller than a, means both are same. So don't go to the heading of the program. Okay, here I have written that to find the larger number. This is actually not the program to find the larger number. Okay, don't check that the program is wrong also. It is a output based. In output based question, you will not get errors. To find errors, you will get different programs. It will return that to find errors. Here it is asking you to get the output. So this program is not wrong. It is completely correct. You have to find output according to the question given. So again this will become false. Both are false means no print statement are executed. That means the output is nothing. Here the output is, you can write no output will be displayed. Because there is nothing to print. So we'll write no output will be displayed. Next we'll take a as 7 and b equal to 5. 7 greater than 5? Yes. So it will print the value of a. The value of a is 7. Print ln, it will come to next line. Again b less than a. That is 5 less than 7. True. Again it will print the value of b. Value of b is 5. So here in the next case the answer is 7 and 5. Let us run this program. So first we'll take 5 and 7. Did you get any answer? No. Why? Because both the if statement are false, nothing got printed. In the second case, we have 7 and 5. Here both the cases are true, therefore in the first case you got 7 and the second case you got 5. Let us move to the next question. This is a if else based question. Here again you have 2 bits. Okay, let us take the first one. A equal to 5, b equal to 10 and c equal to 15. So we have a equal to 5, b equal to 10 and C equal to 15. Is A equal to B? That is, if 5 is equal to 10. No, false. False means it will go to else block. In else block, how many statements are there? 2 statements? No. It doesn't contain 2 statements. It contains only 1 statement. How did I know? You can see I have not given any curly brackets. If curly brackets are not there, that means Java will automatically understand that there is only 1 statement inside it. Because you cannot keep 2 statements inside else without any curly brackets. If there are 2 statements, you have to give curly brackets. Since no curly brackets are given, only the first print statement is present inside else. And what is this then? This is nothing but this is statement X. It is outside if else. Okay, this is statement X. So the else block will get executed. So what it will print? It will print the value of A, which is 5. Then it will come out of if else and it will print the value of B. What is the value of B? It is 10. So for bit 1, the answer is 5 and 10. We are solving for question number 2. So next bit, we are taking the value of A as 5, B as 5 and C as 15. A5, B5 and C remains 15. So 5 equal to 5, this time it is true. True means it will print the value of C. Value of C is 15. And this time else block will not get executed because we have already executed the if block, that is true block. So it will come out of if else and it will go to statement X and it will print the value of B, and value of B is 5. So in the first case the answer is 5 and 10, and in the second case the answer is 15 and 5. Let us check. First we will take 5, 10 and 15. Answer is 5 and 10. It is correct. Next case, it is 5, 5 and 15. Answer is 15 and 5. Again our second bit is also correct. So now we will solve question number 3. So you declared a variable age of int type, and in that variable we have stored the value of 20. So age has the value 20. We are checking if 20 is less than 25. True. So here how many statements are present inside if? Only 1 statement. I have already told you, if curly brackets are not present, Java will think that only the first line is present inside if. So this print statement is nothing but statement X. So since this is true, it will print age is 25 and print is present, so it will remain in same line. Then it will come out of if statement and it will go to statement X and it will print space years. Space years. Okay, done. Let us check if our answer is correct. See, you are getting the answer. Okay, let us move to the next question. So here we have 4 bits. So this is question number 4 and we have 4 bits, 1, 2, 3 and 4. So in the first bit we are taking the value of age as 10. So in int age, the user is given the value 10. We have declared a variable A of string type in which we have stored the string 0. And now we are checking. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 if statements. Okay. So we have taken the value of age as 10. So 10 equal to 5? No. 10 equal to 10? True. True means the value of A will become 20. So first it was 0. Now it has been replaced with 20. T capital. Next again it will check. Don't think that if it is true then it will come directly to here. No, it will check all the if statements. 10 equal to 15, false. 10 equal to 20, false. 10 equal to 25, false. Then it will come here and it will print the value of A, which is 20. In the next case, we have the value of age as 15 and A as 0. So 15 equal to 5, no. 15 equal to 10, no. 15 equal to 15, yes. So in A we'll store the value 5. We'll delete 0 and we'll store 5. Then again it will continue checking. 15 equal to 20, false. 15 equal to 25, false. And finally it will print the value of A, that is 5. Here 20, here 5. Next we have age 25, and in A we have 0. So 25 equal to 5, no. 25 equal to 10, no. 15, no. 20, no. 25, yes. So here we will store in A 5t 20. 5t 20. Okay. And finally we will print the value of A, that is 5t 20. Next we have value of age as 11. And A as 0. 11 equal to 5, no. 11 equal to 10, no. 11 equal to 15, no. 11 equal to 20, no. 11 equal to 25, no. Everything is false. But you have to print the value of A. What is the actual value of A? 0. So here it will print 0. So our answer are 25, 52 and 0. Let us check. First we'll take 10. Answer is 20. Then 15. Answer is 5. Then 25. Answer is 5 to 12. And finally 11. Answer is 0. So you're getting the answers. Let us solve the next question. Next is question number 5. So we have the value of A as 5, B as 10 and C as 10. A equal to 5, B equal to 10, C equal to 10. A5, B10, C10. And here I have created a logical expression. These are called logical expression. And we are checking first, is A greater than B, means 5 greater than 10, false. 5 less than 10, true. False and true is false. In AND, even if one is false, the whole expression will become false. False means this will not get executed. Next, 10 greater than 10, false. No need to solve again because you know it is AND. Even if this is true, it will become false only. The whole expression will become false. Even if one is false, the whole expression is false. So here it will print what? It will print nothing. So here actually it is not printing anything. It is just printing a new line. Okay, it is just printing a new line. So here you can just write that no output. Only this print statement is executed, and in this print statement nothing is there. You can just write no output. In the second bit we have value of A as 10, B as 15 and C as 5. A as 10, B as 15 and C as 5. Let us see what happens. 10 greater than 15, false. No need to solve because the whole expression will become false. Then again 15 greater than 5, true. 15 less than 5, false. This will become false. Again, no output. You can see that this expression will never become true. Why? Because we are checking B is greater than C and again we are checking B is less than C. Can B be greater and also less than C? Not possible. So this is equation just to waste your time. So sometimes just by looking on the question you can say that what is going to happen. So this expression is not going to be true in any of the cases because we are checking is B is greater than C and B is less than C, which is not possible. So there is no need of doing this part. It is just there to waste your time. So sometimes in output question they will give you such a question just to deliberately waste your time. After solving only you will find that why did I solve that? It was not required to solve only. Okay. So questions are little bit tricky every time in board exam. Okay, so every time this will become false. No need to solve it only let us solve this part every time. So next we have value of a as 5 greater than 15, false, no need to solve. Again in third bit also the answer will be no output. In fourth, 50 greater than 150, false, again no output. Bit 5, 1 greater than 2, false, no output. So this program, this whole, all the 5 bits, you are not going to get any output. Okay, you have to write that in the board exam. You just have to write that you will not get any output, that is no output. Let us take one value to check. See, nothing is getting printed, so you can write no output. Let us take the last one, 1 2 3. See, nothing is getting printed, so again it is no output. Let us move to next question. So in the next question I have given you a increment decrement calculation. So let us take the first value a equal to 10 and solve it. So this is question number 6. We have a equal to 10. Expression is y equal to a plus 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 a plus a minus minus plus minus minus a. Okay, let us solve this. First use, then change, plus first change, then use, plus first use, then change, plus first change, then use. So the answer is 10 plus 10, 20, 30, 40 plus 4, 44. And we are checking, is a less than 10? We are not checking the value of y, that is 44. We are checking the value of a, that is 10. Is 10 less than 10? False, it is not less than 10. Again, no brackets, so only one statement present. This is statement x, so it will print the value of a, that is 10. So the output is 10. Let us solve the next bit. Here you have taken the value of a as 5. Y equal to a plus 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 a plus a minus minus plus minus minus a. First use the value, then change the value. First change the value, then use the value. First use the value, then change the value. First change the value, then use the value. 5 5 10, 7 7 14, 10 plus 14 is 24 and a value is 5. So 5 less than 10, true. Then you have to print the value of y. What is the value of y? 24. And then come out of the if statement and statement x, you have to print the value of a, that is 5. The answer will be 24, 5. Let us solve the next one. A value is 15 this time. Y equal to a plus 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 a plus a minus minus plus minus minus a. First use, then change. First change, then use. First use, then change. First change, then use. So you can say 15 15 30. Again this 15 15 30, 60 plus 2 to 4. So it is 64. So 15 less than 10? No. So it will print only the value of a, that is 15. Bit 4. So in this question also there is a little bit trick, that when do you need to solve this expression and when you don't need to solve this expression. See, you need to solve this expression when you require it to print it. And when do you want to print it? When the value of a is less than 10. So since we are increasing 2 times and decreasing 2 times, the a value remains same every time. Okay, that is what will happen. So only in question number 2, that is bit 2, bit 4 and bit 5, you have to solve y, because this will become true and you have to print the value of y. Else in bit 1 and bit 3, you don't need to solve y. So sometimes the program is shorter than you expect. You don't have to solve the whole program every time. Sometimes you have to use your brain and check what is the question given, how to solve it, how to save time. Okay, so people say that question is lengthy. Question is never lengthy. It is way how you solve it. Here, for example, the question was a equal to 10, and you'll solve the whole program and you will say that the program was lengthy. No, because in this case you don't need to solve y only. Why waste time in solving y? Because you don't need to print y, because this will become false. You just have to print the value of a. So sometimes you can use a brain to save time, but in the next 2 bit we need to solve because this will become true. So we have to print y. So value of a is 2, y equal to a plus 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 a plus a minus minus plus minus minus a. So first use, then change, first change, then use, first use, then change, and first change, then use. So this will become 12. So 2 less than 10, yes. So it will print 12 and the value of a, that is 2. Bit 5, bit number 2 and bit number 5 are same. I gave it deliberately because since you have already solved it, why do you want to solve it again? It is the same thing only, okay? You'll get the same answer. So there were basically 4 bits. I made it 5 bits just to confuse you. Okay, you have already solved it. You don't have to solve it again. Okay, let us check the answers. If you are correct. First one, the value of a is 10. We are getting 10. Let us see if you have got 10. Yes, you have got 10. Next, by taking 5, it is 24 5. Yes, you have got 24 5. Next, the answer should be 15. Let us check. Yes, the answer is 15. Next, when you take 2, the answer is 12 and 2. The answer is 12 and 2. So all our programs are correct. Let us move to question number 7. So this question is a very, very important question. So if you remember the syntax of if, the syntax of if is if test expression, curly brackets, statement block, curly brackets, ends. But can you see, here I have given a semicolon. I don't know how many of you have seen this, but here I have given a semicolon. So is this a wrong program? Is the syntax wrong? Because when I compile, it is saying that there is no syntax error. So what is if test expression semicolon? This is the actual syntax, but this is an exceptional case. Though we don't give semicolon after if, but in this case I have given a semicolon. This question has already been asked in your board exam. This is a very important question. So if someone writes if test expression semicolon, this means if test expression curly brackets, and within this curly brackets there is nothing. Means you can say that the statement block is empty. Means there are no statements inside these curly brackets. So if there is no statement inside curly brackets, like in this case there is no statement inside curly brackets, this is called an empty if statement. This is called an empty if statement. So in board exam it may ask you, give an example of empty if statement. So this is an example of empty if statement. Means you will write if, then we will write test expression. Test expression means it can be both relational or logical. And then within curly brackets we will write nothing. Then it will become an empty if statement. One can write like this. One can also write like this. So without giving this curly brackets, if you only put semicolon after if, then this is also an example of an empty if statement. Means inside this if statement there is nothing. Means if it is true, if this statement is true, for example we are checking 2 less than 5, so it will become true. it will come inside. But since there is nothing inside, nothing is going to happen. Okay, so here if you write 2 less than 5, so it will go inside. This expands to, this statement expands to this thing. Okay, it will go inside. Since nothing is there, it will not do any task. This is called an empty if statement. You will only get this in output questions. You are not going to write programs which have empty if statements. Okay, understood? So here, even if this is true, nothing is going to happen. And if it is false, obviously, if it is false, nothing is going to happen because this is already false. If it is true also, nothing is going to happen. So what is the statement? You can say this is a useless statement. It is an empty if statement. It is useless. It is just there. It doesn't do any work. Okay. So if value of A is 10 and B is 5. So this will become false. Even if it is false, nothing is going to happen. The statement ends here. This to a statement X. So it will come to statement X, it will add and print. So you'll get the answer as 15. 10 plus 5, it is 15. Next case, it is coming true. 5 less than 10, it is true. It will go inside. But this if statement is empty. So nothing will happen. It will come to statement X, it will add. It will add means 5 plus 10, it is 15. It will print 15. So here this program is nothing but to add two numbers. This is useless. This is meaningless. Nothing is going to happen here, even if it is true or false. So if you delete this, since it is not doing anything, you can say that it is not present. Then this program is nothing but you are adding two numbers and printing it. So answer will be 15, 15, 22, 7, 7. Let us run and check. So 10 and 5, it will be 15. 5 and 10, again it will be 15. 15 and 7, it will be 22. 2 and 5, it will be 7. And 5 and 2, it will be 7. Understood? It is a very important program, okay? Semicolon means it is an empty if statement. Means nothing will happen even if it is true or false. Let us move to next question. So till now we have solved only if statements. Now we are going to solve if else statements. So this is your question number 8. Your value A equal to 5 and B equal to 10 for the bit number 1. So 5 greater than 10, false. False means automatically it will execute else block. Here we have written A equal to B. A equal to B means the value of B, that is 10. So value of A will become 10. And it will print A. Value of A is 10 now. It will print 10 space I am. Space means space is given. Therefore we are printing space. It will not print space automatically. I am happily happy. Okay, in bit number 2, we have value of A as 10 and B as 5. So 10 greater than 5, true. So it will print the value of B, that is 5, and it will print space I am happy. In the next case, we have both the values same, A equal to 5, B equal to 5. So 5 greater than 5, false. It will go to else block. A equal to value of B. It is same, so value will not change. It will remain 5. It will print 5. I am happily happy. Let us check our output. First 5 and 10. 10 I am happily happy. Next is 10 and 5. It is 5 I am happy. And last one is 5 and 5. 5 I am happily happy. So our answer is correct. Let us move to next question. So here we have few single character constants. Okay. Remember, in if statement, it is not only numbers, but we can also check strings, single character constants, real values, booleans, everything. Okay. So first you have value of A as capital A. Question number 9, bit 1. Value of A is capital A. First, we will print main space. It is print, so it will continue printing in the same line. Everything is print. It will continue printing in same line. A greater than K. So how it will check? It will check by taking the ASCII value. ASCII value of capital A is 65. And the ASCII value of K is 75. Even if you don't know the ASCII value, alphabetically you can say that A is smaller than K because it comes before K. So it will become false. False means it will go to else block and it will print करता हूँ sure. करता हूँ sure comma. So here you can see again I have not given any curly brackets. Why? Same rule applies. If there is only one statement inside if or inside else, it is not compulsory to give curly brackets. But if there is more than one statement, you have to give curly brackets for both if and if else statements. Next, A less than C. Obviously, A comes before C, so it is less than C. So, it will become true and it will print करता हूँ sure. करता हूँ sure. Okay. Let us take the next value, that is F. Bit 2 we have F. So F greater than K? No, F comes before K. False means it will print करता हूँ sure. May is already printed. Now it will print करता हूँ sure. Then F less than C? No, false. So it will print एक नंबर का चोर. हूँ एक नंबर का चोर. It will print in one line. Since I don't have space, I am printing in two lines. Okay, it will print in one line. Next value Z. Z greater than K, obviously. So it will print मैं हूँ एक नंबर का चोर. मैं हूँ एक नंबर का चोर, कॉमा. Next, Z less than C? No, it is false. So it will print हूँ एक नंबर का चोर. हूँ एक नंबर का चोर. Bit 4, small g. Remember, the value of small alphabets is always greater than, the ASCII value is always greater than the capital alphabets. So G greater than K? Yes, G is greater than K. So it will print मैं हूँ एक नंबर का चोर. मैं हूँ एक नंबर का चोर. G less than C? No, G is not less than C. It is false. हूँ एक नंबर का चोर. हूँ एक नंबर का चोर. Let us check our answer. Let us do the first one, that is capital A. मैं करता हूँ sure. Let us check. Yes, मैं करता हूँ sure. It is correct. Next one is capital F. मैं करता हूँ sure हूँ एक नंबर का चोर. मैं करता हूँ sure हूँ एक नंबर का चोर. It is again correct. Next one is Z. मैं हूँ एक नंबर का चोर हूँ एक नंबर का चोर. It is correct. And last one is small g. Same answer. So remember, there are two spaces after मैं. Why? Because there was one space after मैं and before who in the previous sentence. Okay, therefore there are two spaces. You have to be careful about this. Okay, let us move to the next question, that is question number 10. So again, this is an increment decrement question. In the first case, you have the value of plus as 10 and minus as 7. We have plus as 10 and minus as 7. For plus I will take P and for minus I will take M for easy calculations. Okay. So we have P equal to P divided by, I am expanding it directly, p plus 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 p plus m minus minus. So value of p is 10 divided by first use, then change, first change, then use, first use, then change. This is 10 by 29. Obviously the value will become 0. How? Even if you don't solve it, then also you can say that it is 0 because this value is bigger than the numerator. So it is coming 0. So 0 greater than 0, false. If 1 is false, no need to solve the next one because it is AND. AND means 1 is false, everything is false. So it will print दुनिया बड़ी प्यारी है. Okay. Next bit, we have plus 15 and minus 2. So p equal to p divided by p plus 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 p plus m minus minus. It is 15 divided by 15 plus 17 plus 2. Again the value is bigger, so answer will come 0. 0 means again you will get the same answer, that is दुनिया बड़ी प्यारी है. Why? Because 0 is not greater than 0. So obviously again we have the value 2 and 15. Third bit we have 2 and 15. Let us see what happens. 2 divided by 2 plus 4 plus 15. Again this value will become 0. So again it will print दुनिया बड़ी प्यारी है. In the next case 7 and 10, you'll get 7 divided by 7 plus 9 plus 10. Again this value is going to be bigger, means the answer will be 0. Again you will print दुनिया बड़ी प्यारी है. So every time the value of plus will be 0. Okay, I'm not solving everything, you know how to do increment decrement. Okay, so every time you'll get the answer 0. 0 greater than 0 will become false. No need to solve the second one because it is AND. 1 is false means everything is false. False means it will every time it will execute the else block. So it will print दुनिया बड़ी प्यारी है every time. Let us check if our answer is correct. 10-7. Yes, दुनिया बड़ी प्यारी है. 15 and 2. दुनिया बड़ी प्यारी है. 2 and 5. दुनिया बड़ी प्यारी है. 7 and 10. दुनिया बड़ी प्यारी है. So our answers are correct. Let us move to next one. That is question number 11. So value of a is 10. 10 greater than 10. False. False means it will go to else block. But what is here? Semicolon is here. If you remember, I gave a semicolon in if statement. That means it is empty if. Semicolon in if, it is empty if. Semicolon in else means it is empty else. Means inside else nothing is present. So what is this? This is nothing but statement X. This is outside if else because the if else statement ends here where semicolon is given. So this is statement X. So this is false. It will go to else. Nothing will happen. Then it will come to statement X and it will print 9 NA for bit 1. For bit 2, you have value of A as 15. 15 greater than 10, it is true. True means it will print 10 tak. Then it will come to statement X and it will print 9 NA. Bit 3, you have value of A as 5. 5 greater than 10 false. False means it will go to else block. Semicolon is there means it is empty else. It will come out and it will print statement X, that is 9 NA. So you have to be careful about this semicolon. Sometimes people don't see it, but it is very important. It has already come in board exam and it may also come in future exams. Let us run this. 10, it is 9 NA. 15, it is 10 tak 9 NA. And 5, it is 9 NA. Let us solve the last question. So this was a big question with logical expressions. You can see there are lots of logical expression. So before solving it, you have to remember the hierarchy of logical expression. Like in arithmetic expression, there is precedence. First you have to solve multiplication, division, modulo, and then only you can solve plus and minus. Similarly, for logical expressions, it is not, and then and finally or. So first you have to solve not. In this area, not is not present, that is fine. But we have and or. So every time you have to first solve and then solve or. This is the hierarchy. Okay. So I'll solve the first bit for you. A equal to 10, B equal to 15, C equal to 20 and D equal to 25. And we are checking 10 greater than 15, false. Or 10 greater than 20, 10 greater than 25, false. So here and is also there, or is also there, both. So first you have to solve and then solve or. So first we'll solve and false is false. False or false is false. So finally you'll get the answer as false. False means it will go to else block and it will print my. So in the next case we have the value of B as 15. So 15 greater than 10, true. Or 15 greater than 20, false, and 15 greater than 25, false. So it is false and false. Okay. So again we'll solve this first. So this will become false and this is true. True or false is true. If you would have not followed, the hierarchy, then you would solve like this normally. So true or false would have been true, and true and false would have been false. So here your answer would have been wrong because the answer should be true, but you will write the answer as false. Therefore hierarchy, solving in hierarchy is very important. So this time it is true. True means it will print Bharat. It will print Bharat. These are println, so it will come next lines. Then we are checking the value of C, which is 20. So 20 is greater than A and B. 20 is greater than A and B. So true, true and false. True and false is false. True or false is true. True means it will print Mahan. Next case, D. D has the highest value. So obviously it will be bigger than A, B and C. Everything is true. So true and true is true. True or true is also true. So it will print hai. My Bharat Mahan hai. Let us check our answer. 10, 15, 20, 25. My Bharat Mahan hai. So understood how to solve this. So I'll also be attaching the output PDF with this video, which will be sent in your WhatsApp group. Okay. Go through this output question. These are very important output question, and this type of question only comes in your board exam. So next class we are going to study about if else if ladder and nested ifs. So now I'll take a leave from you. Have a nice day. Thank you.